Our final video from the Topic 2 workshop on inventory deals with the average cost method of evaluating inventory under the Perpetual Inventory System. For this example, our worksheet's going to look a little different because under the average cost method, we are going to be determining not just the inventory levels, but the average unit cost after each purchase of inventory. We'll then use that average unit cost in determining the cost of goods sold and placing a value on our ending inventory after the sale. So our problem begins the same as our other two methods. We have 2,000 units at $6.10 for a total cost of $12,200. That, of course, gives us an average unit cost of $6.10. 12,200 divided by 2,000 gives us $6.10. Now on August 8th, we purchased 10,000 additional units. They cost us $5.50 each for a total cost of $55,000. Now, our average cost per unit can be calculated by creating an Excel formula. Start with the equal sign to tell us it's a formula. We're going to be doing two sets of calculations. We'll begin with the total cost of our inventory. That's our 12,200 plus our 55,000. We'll close parentheses. Now we're going to divide the total number of units, and that is going to be our 2,000 plus our 10,000, and we will calculate a average cost per unit of $5.60. When we have a sale, which occurs several days later on August 14th, we're going to use our average cost of $5.60 to determine our cost of goods sold. So we take the number of units sold times the average cost, and that gives us a cost of goods sold of $44,800. After the sale, we'll have 4,000 units remaining. We began prior to the sale with 12,000 units. We sold 8. So that gives us 4,000 units with an average cost of $5.60. So our ending inventory will have a value of $22,400. So let's bring that number down, because that's what we have available prior to our next addition to inventory. Our purchase on August 18th. So we're going to add 6,000 units at $5 per unit for a total cost of $30,000. So our average cost per unit will be $5.24. We'll use that new average cost per unit for our calculation of cost of goods sold for the sale on the 25th, and to place a value on our ending inventory. We had 10,000 units available prior to the sale, we sold 7,000 units. That will give us a balance of 3,000 units at an average cost of $5.24. So our inventory balance after the sale will be 15,720. That will be our ending inventory at the end of the period, since there are no more inventory transactions, and our cost of goods sold will be 81,480. So each of these methods is accepted under GAAP. Each will produce different costs of goods sold and inventory. GAAP considers these to be timing differences that will work themselves out over time, and therefore it is critical that companies remain consistent in their application of the inventory method. In Intermediate 3, we'll talk about what a company has to do if they wish to change their inventory valuation method.